Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more RPG goodness. This time we have the Game Master's deck of Boons and Banes, 40 game-changing character-shifting cards and a companion book for 5th edition RPG adventures, brought to you by Ginny D, illustrations by Tim Foley. I picked this up at Target for 20% off. I saw it on the bookshelf and I said, I don't have anything quite like this. And I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was. So I said, why not give it a shot and check it out? So dare your players to tempt fate. Whether you're looking to reward your party for a job well done or show them the consequences of angering the wrong deity, the Game Master's deck of Boons and Banes can bring a shifting power of dynamic to every session. Conceived by professional game master Ginny D and featuring 20 Boon and 20 Bane cards as well as a booklet outlining the details of each, this deck will help you advance player goals or hurl them and your story in an entirely different direction, all with the same ease of drawing a single card. It includes gorgeous inspirational artwork, scaling suggestions for each card, and 80 side quest options. And of course, this is compatible with your favorite 5th edition fantasy tabletop RPG. The cost was $19.99, but I did get 20% off. And the 20% off is really what made me jump at it and say, hey, you know what, this is pretty cool. I've always heard about Boons and Banes, never used them per se in a campaign. So I said, you know what, let me pick this up and check this out. And again, the packaging really caught my eye as well. This is a heavy sucker. This is not the largest obviously of packaging, but it's really heavy and really well designed. So I'm really digging it so far. So again, we're talking about Boons and Banes, and again, this was brought to you by Media Lab Books, and it was released in 2024. Okay, so we've got a magnet holding this together, which is really awesome. And as we crack this open, one side we have the Boons and Banes guidebook, and on the other side we have the actual cards itself. So when we look at this, we'll pull it all, and of course we have the beautiful sleeve that goes along with this. All right, so we're just going to close that up for a minute and put that to the side. So I'm going to start off by showing you the cards, because the cards these are tarot size cards. They're beautifully illustrated, and they're all set up exactly the same. You have the beautiful artwork and have the title of it right here. The card itself, it then also coincides with a page in the book here. So let me just show you it this way. So if I pop this open, so as you can see, the book will have the exact card that you have in your deck, and then basically it breaks it down in a sense where it gives you some background information about how and why and where and when this is a boon. So when the boon takes place. Now, in the fluff that's on top of here, or the background information, they usually talk about higher level characters. So this is from 10 plus, but it also gives you a line of how to scale it down for players who are levels 1 through 9. So again, this part up here is for the 10 plus player. This here, it scales it down for levels 1 through 9. And also it adds in different side quests. So basically you have 40 cards here of 20 Boons and 20 Banes. And then you have an additional 2 side quests for each card. So it gives you a total of 80 side quests. So again, let's start with the deck itself. Again, this is a tarot size deck. So if you look at a normal size deck, you can see that there is definitely a larger scale size with this. So let's continue just to take a look at the artwork real quick. You have Air Affinity, Agnostic Aura, Arcane Absorber, Arcane Allergy, Bloodthirsty, Brewer's Boon, Celestial Radiance, Champion's Chorus, Child of Darkness, Creature of Land and Sea, Creeping Stoneflesh, Curse of Vulnerability, Delusions of Grandeur, The Doomed Dreamer, Easy on the Eyes, Fey Favorite, Flow State, Foe of the Wilds, The Gallows Haunt, Gemini's Gift, Gravitationally Unbound, Green Thumb, Black Thumb, Hat of the Fool, Heckler's Malice, the Hound Master, Ill-Tempered, Imp Infestation, Ink Drinker, Mystic Guardian, A Nose for Magic, Plague of Frailty, Plain Trotter, Sacrificial Lamb, Shadow's Betrayal, Storm Cursed, Sunless Shroud, Unseen Pursuer, The Watcher's Eye, Wild Speaker, Winter's Embrace. Now again, when you look up close, every one of these have absolutely stunning and gorgeous artwork with them. Very, very lifelike, very, very awesome. I gotta say, the artwork really, really catches your eye. And so this makes the purchase of this product that much, makes me happier with my purchase, because it makes me a very satisfied customer, because sometimes when you get these decks, the artwork isn't up to par, but this here really, really pops and captures the eye. So I'm going to try to show you one Boon and one Bane through the reading. So I'm going to pull out the first one, which I'm going to use is right here. The first card they gave us was the Air Infinity. So again, there's your Air Infinity. So in your game, you're going through a mission or through a campaign, and you come to a point where you want to give someone a little bit of a boost or a little bit of a bonus. You're going to give them a boon. So here is Air Infinity. So you give your character this. Again, you look up the card in the book itself. Now, of course, there's a table of contents. So if we open the book up real quick, it gives you a little bit of an introduction about what the book's all about, what the deck means. The deck is a physical artifact. The deck is also a side quest generator. The deck is really 3 decks. And then it says what the deck is not. The deck is not balanced. The deck is meant to inspire, not to detract from your campaign. Again, your boons are from page 6 to page 84. So it seems like they're rotating back and forth. Some are good, some are bad. So, or I should say, some are boons, some are banes. So again, I have them backwards here. So this guy here, which is the Winter's Embrace, is a boon. It's something that's positive. But if you look at something here, which says the Wild Speaker, that's also a boon. But when we have the Watcher's Eye, all right, so that's a boon as well. Unseen Pursuer. Now, as you see, it drops down. That's a negative one. So that is a bane. So I'm going to take 2 of these. Let's take a look at this one first, which is the Air Affinity. So let's take a look at this. So we have it right here. So it says, the wind is your ever-present companion, lifting your step and making you as buoyant as the clouds. This is not merely a passive connection. Instead, the air acts as your ally, heeding your call and even obeying your commands. When you fall, the wind buffets you and softens your descent, making you immune to damage from falls of less than 100 feet. You can also cast Fly, Self, once per long rest without requiring concentration. At your behest, strong gusts clear your path, pushing away those who might threaten you. You can use an action to generate a vortex with a 10-foot radius centered on you. Any hostile creature caught in the vortex must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The DC is equal to your spellcasting modifier or 12 plus your proficiency bonus, whichever is higher. On a failed save, they suffer 2d8 force damage and are pushed 10 feet from you. The vortex dissipates at the end of your turn. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your proficiency modifier per long rest. Now, again, that's for characters that are level 10 plus. But if you have a young group that's playing, that's between levels 1 and 9, you could scale it down. Until level 10, the radius of the vortex is reduced to 5 feet. All other benefits still apply. Now, also, if you want to have some additional side quests based on this boon that you were just given, here we give you 2. It is said that eons ago, the legendary North Wind was trapped in a crystal called the Gale Stone and hidden atop the Wind Whisper Cliffs. One who scales the treacherous cliffs and fights past the air elementals that guard them may free the captive wind, gaining the Air Affinity boon. Or, the floating city of Cloudreach is held aloft by a mysterious arcane engine that has begun to fail. Its creators are long dead, but the research and an angry cloud giant lives in a walled-off laboratory below the city. Locating their logbooks may allow you to save the city and gain the Air Affinity boon. So it's a side quest. That's how you can gain this. So if I want to do the bottom one, it tells you how you can gain this by beating a cloud giant. Okay, so that's, again, 2 side quests. Do you have to do them? No. But again, it just adds to your campaign a little bit more fluff to it. So there you go, a little side quest. So that's the Air Affinity one. So we also pulled the Unseen Pursuer. So let's take a look at her. Again, let's go back here. So Unseen Pursuer is on page 78. So we're going to go to page 78. There it is. So once again, now this is a bane. This is going to be something. So this was a positive. A boon is a positive. A bane is a negative. So again, we have the artwork yet again. It's a little different on the bottom, but you have the Unseen Pursuer. So let's see what the detraction of this would be. It says, the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end at the feeling that you're being followed by an indistinct humanoid figure lurking at the edge of your peripheral vision. The fear consumes your thoughts and keeps you awake at night. After each long rest, make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you do not receive the benefit of a long rest and you suffer 1 point of exhaustion. The shadowy figure is particularly unsettling anytime you enter combat, when you can almost feel its breath on the back of your neck. When you roll initiative, you must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or be shaken by the creature's presence for 1 minute. During this period, whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, roll 1d6 and subtract the result from the attack roll or saving throw. Again, that's for a level 10 plus character. We want to scale it down. Until level 10, so meaning levels 1 through 9, the Constitution saving throw DC to get the benefits of a long rest is reduced to 10. The Wisdom saving throw DC to avoid being shaken during battle is reduced to 11. All other penalties still apply. Now again, if you want to get rid of this bane, you can go on some side quests. To banish the Unseen Pursuer, you must seek a cleric or medium who can allow you to communicate with it. You learn the pursuer was afflicted with the same bane and he fled underground to avoid it. Exhausted and frightened to the point of madness, he succumbed at the foot of a tower deep in hostile drow territory. Give the adventurer's body a proper burial to release the bane. Or side quest number 2. To transfer this bane to another PC or an NPC, you must craft or commission an effigy of the figure worth at least 300 gold pieces and place it within 100 feet of the location where the target sleeps. Then you must prevent the target from sleeping. After 3 consecutive days without the benefits of a long rest, the Unseen Pursuer follows them instead of you. So that's how this works. You draw a card, you pick it up, you find it inside the book, you find out whether it's a boon or a bane, and then what happens is that you read the top part, which gives you the background information. You scale it down if you're levels 1 through 9. 10 plus, you keep it the way it's written up here. And then if you choose to, you have your side quests, which can sometimes give you additional bonuses or can actually remove the bane from you. So there you have it. This is the book, and these are the cards that are included. And this concludes our unboxing of the Game Master's deck of Boons and Banes, 40 game-changing character-shifting cards, and a companion book for 5th edition RPG adventures, brought to you by Ginny D. Illustration by Tim Foley. This was released in 2024 by Media Lab Books. And as always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.